Hi everybody, this is Paul Gerard. I'm a student loan consultant working with the American Dental Education Association, ADEA, and this repayment module is on options for repaying your federal student loans. Now hopefully you remember from an earlier module that there are three very simple steps to choosing a repayment strategy for your student loan. Step number one, be sure you know what you borrowed, who your loan servicer is, and when your loans are coming due. Step number two is to simply look at your own repayment objectives. Do you want to be aggressive? Do you want to be cautious? What kind of repayment objectives do you have? And then step number three is simply to choose a repayment plan. And on federal student loans, there are two general categories of repayment plans. Repayment plans that are tied to a time period and repayment plans that are tied to income. So time driven and income driven. We have two separate modules that go into much more detail on the income-driven repayment plans, but let's take a quick look at time-driven and income-driven repayment plans on your federal loans. Now with time-driven repayment plans, the monthly payments are calculated or based on a time period, usually 10 or 25 years. And if you make the minimum monthly payment and you never overpay, you'll be debt-free at the end of the term. Nothing to forgive, the debt will be retired. In this sense, it's very similar to a mortgage or perhaps a car loan. The monthly payment calculation has absolutely nothing to do with income, family size, marital status, and how you file your taxes. One of the reasons that borrowers who can afford these plans like them is that they don't have to worry about the monthly payment changing. Now, there are graduated versions of these plans where the payments start lower and increase every 2 years. You can talk with your loan servicer about these if you think you need a graduated version of a time-driven plan. By the way, you can start in a time-driven plan and move to an income plan later. And those of you who have private loans, you may find that the private lender allows repayment of your private loans based on a designated period of time, usually 10, 15, or 20 years based on how much you borrow. Now, the second category of repayment plans for federal student loans are what are called income-driven repayment plans, or IDRs. These are designed for borrowers who cannot afford payments under a standard 10-year plan. Now, very important and something that we get into in much more detail with the separate modules we have on the income plans, very important for you to note that payments with an income plan change every year, and they are based on income and family size. Your loan servicer will come to you each year and ask you to recertify or renew your payment amount based on new income and family size information. So unlike the time-driven plans, these payments are changing every year. A unique provision we get into in the repayment modules that we have on the income plans is that any debt remaining at the end of the term, if you've not retired the debt, anything that's left at the end of the 20-year term with pay-as-you-earn or the 25-year term with revised pay-as-you-earn, that debt is forgiven, but the amount forgiven is subject to tax under current tax law. There are multiple types of income plans, and on the separate modules we have on this site, we will help you determine which is the best income plan for you if you do need an income plan. We hope this short module on repayment will help you as you try to determine in step number 3 the best repayment plan to help you meet your repayment objectives for your student loan portfolio, and we strongly encourage you to take a look at the separate modules that we have on the income-driven repayment plans. On behalf of the American Dental Education Association, ADEA, best wishes for every success in your dental careers.